Hi everyone, I just thought of making a video of the most expensive JRPGs that I own. This isn't gonna be a Holy Grail video. I don't think I own any Holy Grails at all. I don't own a Suikoden 2 for the PS1. I don't own a Chrono Trigger complete in box. I don't even know any Super Nintendo games complete in box. So this is not gonna be one of those videos in which I brag about having a few of the most expensive JRPGs of all time, but I thought this was a cool idea to make, especially because I'm interested in knowing the most expensive JRPGs that you own, and I chose 10, which I think are the most expensive in my collection. None of these games cost hundreds of dollars, so, but I guess I could be considered a little proud to own these games, because not everybody can afford really expensive Holy Grails, especially people that are not from rich countries like me. I'm from Mexico, and being from Mexico, from a country like this, I guess I could be considered lucky enough to have some of these games which are, in my country, are really expensive. So let's get this over with, and I'm gonna make some honorable mentions at first. So I have a few of these games here. I'm mentioning them because some of these games are popping up in price. They're rising up each month. A few years ago, these games used to cost $20, $30, and now they have doubled. So first of all is Phantasy Star 4 for the Sega Genesis. This game complete in box goes around for $60 or $70, and with the sole cartridge, like I own this is a $50 game. But what's curious about this game is that last year on eBay and Amazon and other websites, this was $30, $35, and now it's $50, no less. So it's gonna keep rising. That's why I wanted to mention this one. And next is Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. Actually, most of the Fire Emblem games that are not the 3DS titles are popping up in price. I have no idea why. The series is such a huge success, and it's such a fashion to play these games and collect these games, that all of them are just rising up in price for the past 2 years or so. Because I remember clearly this game a few years ago was $20, $15, and now it's over $60. Like, what the hell, right? But anyway, Xenogears right here, the first edition, the Black Label edition, it's also another perfect example of that. A few years ago, this used to be a $30 game, $40 game, and now it's almost double its price. It's a $60 game. I don't think you will find it for less than that, maybe $50 if you're lucky, but this game is rising up and rising up, so get it while you still can. Next is one of the most expensive games that I own. It's not a JRPG, but I thought it was gonna be cool to just mention it. It's Haunting Ground for the PS2. This is currently one of the five most expensive PS2 games. This goes for around, I think it's about $150, $200 game, I believe. I'm not sure. I didn't do any research on it because it's not a JRPG, but I just wanted to mention it. It's a cool game. Let's just put it all the way here. These games are cheap right now. This is Tales of Celia limited edition, Devil Survivor 2, Record Breaker, another limited edition, the normal edition of Nier. These are $40, I think 30 something, $40 game. But these are the kinds of games, like the other ones I showed, that are going to keep rising up in price. So just beware. Okay, so enough of that. Let's start with the top 10 that I made for you today. The first 3 places on this list, number 10, 9, and 8, they go for about the same price. They are a $60 game, so not much to brag about. I have Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn here for the Wii. This game, man, for a short period of time, this was actually one of the most expensive and rare Fire Emblems, I don't know what happened that the others kind of, you know, went up in price, higher than this one, and I guess that's a good thing. I don't know, but it's still, right now, this is a $60 game. 50 if you're lucky. I don't think so. I don't think you will find this game for less than $60, but if you do, then consider yourself lucky. Okay, next is Suikoden 5. For a short period of time, again, this was one of the most expensive Suikodens out there. Nothing will ever beat Suikoden 2, which is about $200 and over. And but this complete in box, mint condition, this goes around the same price for $60. I think this game is gonna be the same as the others. This is gonna keep rising in price a lot because it's considered to be one of the best Suikoden games. To me, it's the best. It's better than the second one, but that's just my opinion. This is a pretty great game, long game, and I think it's worth its price. $60 for this game, it's a bird game. Next is, you know, the HackGU trilogy, .hackgu. Well, recently they made the remastered version, which includes new stuff, a new episode, which is called Last Recode for the PS4. I don't know if that's going to affect the price of this trilogy. I think it's going to, at the beginning, I mean right now, they're going to go down in price, but later they're going to go up. I have no idea, really. But nowadays, HackGU Volume 1 Rebirth goes for about the same, like $50, $60, I think. And the most expensive of the trilogy is the third one, that's called Redemption. I think it goes for around $100 at least. $90, $100. I don't own that game. That's really expensive to me, and maybe someday I will. Okay, so number 6 is going to be Wild Arms 5. This is a 10th anniversary edition for the Wild Arms series. Unfortunately, this series is dead. That's so sad because it was such a great series. And this is the standard edition, believe it or not. This game never came out on its own like a normal game like this one. This is the only edition. I mean, of course you will find resellers on eBay or on Amazon that will sell you only the game with the box and the manual, but the standard edition that came out was this one. Actually, this is in pretty good condition. It's in mint condition, almost as if new, and this goes for around $70, I believe, $70. Yeah, I think between $70 and $80. It's a pretty great game. To me, it's the best in the entire series. Give it a chance if you can. Actually, this is in pretty good condition. It's in mint condition, almost as if new, and this goes for around $70, I believe, $70. Yeah, I think between $70 and $80. It's a pretty great game. To me, it's the best in the entire series. Give it a chance if you can. Okay, so next is Xenosaga 3. Oh, Wild Arms 5 was the 6th. Sixth on my list. So this is... Wait. No, that was the 7th one. Xenosaga 3 is the 6th on my list. And again, this has always been an expensive game as far as I'm concerned. Of course, when they first came out, these were like $30 game, $40 game. I know that. But over the years, this became a pretty rare game. This is the rarest of the three. The other two, the Xenosaga 1 and 2, you can find them for $20 or less, I believe. But this goes over $70, $80 range, about that. I think it's a little more expensive. If you check right now on eBay, you will find lots of packs, which include the entire trilogy for about $100 or $120. And for the three of them, that's a pretty good price because Xenosaga 3 being an $80 game, I think is a pretty good per game. Okay, so my last five, fortunately I can brag a little bit and I'm excited to show them to you. You probably know these titles, nothing rare, nothing really hidden gem here. So let's start with number 5, which is Fire Emblem Sacred Stones for the Game Boy Advance. This is the complete version. The Soul cartridge, it's really cheap. It goes for about $20 at least, and but the complete version is over $100. I have never seen this game less than $100. Maybe, I don't know, 4 years ago it was below that price, but nowadays I don't think you will find a complete version for less than $100. Or maybe I have seen on eBay the packages that includes the two of them, the Blazing Sword and this one, for $100, maybe 120. That's a pretty good bargain. But this game, on its own, it's about $90, $100. And it's the same case with number 4 on my list, which is the other one, Blazing Sword. I think this one is a little bit more expensive than the Sacred Stones. I think it's a $100 game. Maybe you will find this for $80, $90, same as the Sacred Stones with luck. Or if you can buy them in packages, like I mentioned, that's a pretty good deal, because complete versions with all the manuals and all the booklets and all that stuff, and in mint condition like I own them. Well, this one has a scratch over here. I don't know if you can see it, and I know that affects the price. It has another one here. It's not a scratch, sort of like a, I don't know what to call it. A little damage, but mint condition, this is a $100 game. Okay, for the last 3, these are the 3 most expensive pieces in my collection, besides Haunting Ground for the PS2. And number 3 goes to Dot Hack Geo Volume 2, but this one is sealed. The sealed versions of this game, I've seen them go for over $100 at least. New, and these games, when they're open, like the Rebirth that I showed you, when they're complete in box but they're used games, the 3 of them go for around $60 to $80 range. But when they're sealed, like this one, this is $100 and something game, I'm pretty sure. I was checking on eBay a while ago before making this video, and I found several copies of this, new, sealed. All of them were like $150 or more. But I think you can find this game sealed for less than that, but I have no idea. Let's just say it's a $150 game. Number 2, you know, I should be happy about this, but I'm not. I seriously can't believe how much has the Fire Emblem franchise rising up in price. I think it's an insult. Like, I bought Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, that's my number 2. I bought this game, that was 5 years ago, 6 years ago, for $20. And that was the price back then. That was the current price back then. And right now, this is like almost a $200 video game. And it's not sealed. It's just, yes, it's mint condition, complete in box, but it's not sealed. And it's $180, $170, and it keeps rising day after day. I have no idea why. To me, it's considered to be the best Fire Emblem in the series, but I know a lot of people disagree with me. I know a lot of people say that the Sacred Stones is the best, or that the Fire Emblem Awakening is the best. I have no idea, but this game has become extremely rare, extremely valuable, and I'm so proud to own it. But I think it's a little sad that that it just keeps rising and rising and rising over and over. Man, that's an insult to video gaming, because this game never used to be that expensive. Like, for example, I don't know, Chrono Trigger or Suikoden 2, which have always been expensive. But this one, come on, it was a $20, $30 game. Why did it rise so much? I have no clue. Okay, so my number 1 on the list is one of the... I'm not sure if I should call it a holy grail. I don't think so. But it's one of the most expensive video games on the system. And that's Valkyrie Profile for the PlayStation 1. Complete in box, of course. This game, oh my god, it's one of the best JRPGs ever made. My personal opinion, I prefer the second one for the PlayStation 2, but that's a $40, $50 game. This already goes over $180, $190, maybe $200. I'm not sure. Last I checked on eBay a while ago before making this video, I found several copies in good condition for $150. So between this and Path of Radiance, I think Fire Emblem Path of Radiance is a little more expensive nowadays, but this is a legend. This game has always been expensive. I mean, I started collecting video games around 10 years ago, and this game was back then was $60, between $60 and $70 back then. That was 10 years ago. So this has always been expensive. I'm a little glad that that it's not a $300 game, thankfully. But I think pretty soon it's gonna reach $200 range. So if you see it for $120 or $140, $150, get it while you still can, because it's a masterpiece. And well, that's the end of my list. All the other RPGs that I own are $30, $40 games, and I really hope someday I can have a Chrono Trigger complete in box, or a Final Fantasy VI at least. But if I could just have Suikoden 2 for the PlayStation 1, I would be so damn proud. Like, that's one of my favorite games. Suikoden is my favorite RPG franchise of all time, and it's the only one I'm missing, along with the spin-offs, but spin-offs don't count. Anyway, that's my video. I'm really interested in knowing what kind of holy grails do you own. Please leave in the comment section below this video so you can share with everybody what kinds of rare games do you own, what are your most expensive JRPGs of all time, and hope to see you next time. I'm gonna keep making these videos. I'm gonna go for outrageously expensive JRPGs for PS1, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Saturn, etc. I'm gonna keep making these videos because I think it's good for people to know, for RPG collectors to know what kind of games are more expensive, and keep dreaming, buddies like me. Someday you will have your holy grails. Me, I'm just gonna keep fighting and working so one day I can hold my own copy of Suikoden 2. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said before, share your own holy grails, your own most expensive JRPGs that you own, and nothing else to say about it. See you next time.